Mira had always visited the observatory on the hilltop whenever life felt too heavy. It was a quiet place, stone steps worn smooth by decades of wandering dreamers, ivy curling along the railings, and an old brass telescope that pointed eternally at the night sky. That evening, she climbed the hill with a wish held tightly in her chest, something she had never spoken aloud to anyone. The sky was unusually clear, almost expectant. Inside the dome, the old astronomer was already there. His silver beard shimmered in the moonlight, and his hands moved with delicate precision over the telescope, as though he were tuning a musical instrument. When Mira entered, he looked up and smiled knowingly. "Another wish weighing on your heart?" he asked. She hesitated. I don't know if wishes work anymore." He chuckled, soft and warm. "They do. You've just forgotten how to speak to the sky." And then he leaned closer, his voice dropping to a whisper that felt like an ancient secret. "I assure you, the stars do listen."
Have you ever felt a weight that's so heavy, a question so deep, that you just find yourself staring up into that silent, endless night sky hoping for an answer? Well, we're about to step into a story that lives right there, in that quiet space. It's a story about a wish that's held so close to the heart it's never even been spoken out loud, and about a single distant star that, well, that seems to be listening for it. I assure you, the stars do listen. That's quite a statement, isn't it? It sounds like some kind of ancient truth. But what could that even mean? How could a star listen? And maybe more importantly, what is it that they're listening for? So, our journey begins. We meet a woman named Mira, and she's on her way to this sanctuary, this place built for stargazers and dreamers, a hilltop observatory. But you get the feeling she isn't just going to look at the sky. She's going to ask something of it. Just imagine the weight of that. A wish held so tightly inside her that it has never, not once, been given a voice. The air is cool, it's still, and the sky above her is just perfectly clear, almost like the entire cosmos is holding its breath, just waiting for her to arrive. Inside the quiet dome, she meets the old astronomer, and her voice, it's barely a whisper when she admits, I don't know if wishes work anymore. And that's a vulnerability I think we've all felt, right? That quiet moment when all the magic you used to believe in just feels impossibly far away. But the astronomer, he knows something Mira might have forgotten. He guides her to this old, beautiful brass telescope, not just for seeing, but for connecting. And this, right here, is where her world starts to change. Mira leans in, pressing her eye to the cold metal of the lens. And at first, there's nothing. Just darkness. This immense, deep black. The kind of void that feels completely empty, and yet somehow full of silent possibility. And then, slowly her eye adjusts. And that darkness is speckled with these tiny, distant sparks. Countless points of light, scattered across this beautiful but kind of lonely sea of silent fire. But then, something really strange happens. One star, just one single spark, seems to separate itself from all the others. It's not just shining anymore. It flickers. It pulses, like it has a life all its own. And this is where the impossible happens. That flicker, it settles into a rhythm. Thump, pause, thump, pause. It's not random. It feels familiar. It's beating just like her own heart. A direct rhythmic connection across an impossible distance. It's answering. Can you imagine that moment? Just the breathless, heart-stopping awe of realizing the universe isn't just something you observe. It's something that's observing you right back. It's a conversation that just defies all logic. And this is where this whole cosmic event turns inward. See, the astronomer explains that the stars don't just respond to any wish or to any noise. They respond to truth. And that leads to the most important question of the whole night. Stars respond to truth. What did you wish for? This is the moment, right? The astronomer is asking Mira to finally give a voice to that heavy, secret wish she carried all the way up that hill. What is the truth that this distant star has been listening for? And there it is, the truth, finally whispered into the quiet of the dome. Courage, to follow a life I'm too afraid to begin. It's not a wish for something external, is it? No, it's a wish for something internal, for the strength to finally become the person she knows she's meant to be. And the astronomer's response is just this gentle but powerful shift in perspective. The universe doesn't give courage, he says. It only reminds us of what we already carry. The answer was never out there in the stars. It was inside her the whole time. The star was just a mirror. So the moment Mira speaks her truth, that connection, it intensifies. The star responds. And what happens next is nothing short of spectacular. The star's light isn't a gentle pulse anymore. It's growing, becoming this brilliant beacon that's pouring into the observatory, lighting up every single corner. And Mira's question is filled with both wonder and, a little bit of fear. Why is it getting brighter? And the astronomer's answer just connects everything. Because you're finally willing to be seen. Her courage, her act of speaking her truth, it's manifesting as this brilliant, undeniable light. To be seen by the universe, you first have to be willing to truly see yourself. And so the starlight lays the choice bare. On one side, you have the past, a life she was too afraid to even begin. And on the other, the future, the path to becoming who she was always meant to be. The light itself is an invitation, just asking her to step forward. And in this moment of decision, it's like the entire universe just holds its breath. That brilliant light softens, creating this single quiet space just for her. There's no pressure, no force, it's just an invitation. I'm ready. Just two simple words that change everything. And they're spoken not with some big show of bravado, but with this new quiet strength. It is the sound of acceptance, the sound of a journey that's about to begin. And as she says it, the star flashes brilliantly, one last time, like a cosmic blessing. The choice has been made. The star has heard her. And now we see the aftermath of this incredible encounter. And this is where the real magic is, isn't it? As Mira walks back down the hill, the world outside the observatory hasn't changed at all. The path is the same, the air is the same. The fundamental change, it was internal. She had changed. And as she makes her way down, far, far above her, that star returns to its quiet watch, a silent, steady reminder in the vast night sky. It's this beautiful, enduring promise that if you are brave enough to speak your truth, the universe will always, always be listening. Mira found her courage by finally speaking a truth she'd kept hidden her whole life. And so the story leaves us with a question. What's the unspoken truth that your universe is waiting to hear? And what do you think might happen if you were finally willing to let it be seen?